In about 2 weeks' time, Dutch authorities will be publishing the second part of the investigation into the circumstances of the downing of the Malaysian MH17 airliner. RT's correspondent Polly Boyk has taken a look into the revelations from a document recently published by the manufacturer of a missile believed to have hit the plane.
A Russian newspaper has published a document leaked from Almaz Antey, the Russian weapons manufacturer, and it sets out the company's findings regarding the MH17 investigations in light of criticism the Russian company has received in the Western media, especially criticism from the open-source Bellingcat investigation in response to the findings put out by Almaz Antey last year. So let me take you through the main bones of contention when it comes to the way different sides see the MH17 investigation and what conclusions they've drawn so far. Bellingcat claims that the Russian findings are inconsistent, that the company changed tack after initially saying that the plane could have been shot down by a Ukrainian military jet to suddenly saying that it was in fact a Buk missile that was responsible for the tragedy. Almaz Antey says that this isn't inconsistency, it's simply a gradual narrowing of the possible scenarios, a process of elimination as the investigation made progress. And then there's the technical nitty-gritty of the three different Buk missiles that the plane could have been shot down by. Almaz Antey says that they looked at the shrapnel damage on the fuselage of MH17, as exhibited by the Dutch Safety Board. And their findings point to the missile in question being the oldest missile that they manufactured, because it's the only one that used large cube-shaped shrapnel pieces. They say that any of the later modifications of the missile contain different shaped shrapnel which wouldn't correspond to the damage on the plane. Their argument boiled down to saying that these missiles hadn't been manufactured since 1999 and the Russian military now uses the updated versions, so it couldn't have been theirs. Bellingcat wasn't happy with that explanation and, using open source material, found pictures of a victory parade in a town in Siberia where the old version of the missile is visible, leading them to claim that the Russian company is being dishonest because it's clearly still got a few of the old missiles lying around. Almaz Antey's response to that? They say that local victory parades use replicas, not actual missiles. The Bellingcat investigation has also said that the location where the missile was supposedly launched from was controlled by anti-government fighters in Ukraine at the time, thus fitting the claim that it was them who did this. Whereas Almaz Antey says that that calculation is based on the new updated missile type, that if you alter the parameters and use the old missile type, the trajectory of its route will be completely different, which is why they say this issue needs to be revisited. And the picture is about to get even more complicated because in 2 weeks' time, Dutch prosecutors are going to unveil the second and probably more detailed part of their investigation into how and why MH17 was shot down over eastern Ukraine.